Sandra Torres was here with me yesterday as we were getting updates from those news conferences, and she joins us now live from North Shore Hospital, where most of the victims were taken yesterday as this parade shooting unfolded. And Sandra, what is the latest there?
Well, Patrick, let's talk about those who were killed, because now we know the identities of at least 2 of the 6 people who were killed, including a grandfather who attended the parade with about 15 other family members, and 3 of those family members were injured. Now, the family tells us that his name is Nicolás Toledo, a Mexican immigrant who came to the United States decades ago to work and provide a better life for his family. His family took him to the parade, not knowing that his life would end so tragically. Our sister station, Telemundo Chicago, spoke with one of the family members. She did not want to show her face, did not want to be identified, but shared what happened as the shots rang out.
Empezó a gritar, tírense al piso, tírense al piso. Entonces yo volteé a ver hacia atrás y solo miré, ¿verdad?, el rostro de mi tío.
When people started screaming and they said to get on the ground, I turned around and I saw my uncle's face, and then I saw my grandfather slowly slump down. It turned out he was shot in the back. That's what Elizabeth told our sister station, Telemundo Chicago. Now, one of the other victims who died has been identified as Jackie Sondheim. A nephew confirmed to NBC News that she's one of the 6 people who was killed. And the North Shore congregation Israel shared that she was a lifelong congregant and cherished member of the staff as well. They say there are no words to express the depth of their grief. Now, we just received an update from North Shore University Health System. They have 3 different locations, hospitals here in this area, including Highland Park Hospital. I'm told a total of 38 people were taken to these 3 different hospitals. Most of them have been released, but 8 are still hospitalized. So my understanding is there are 2 here at Highland Park Hospital, 5 people still at the Evanston Hospital location, and 1 in the Glenbrook location. It's unclear what their conditions are, but it's important to note it's not necessarily that they're there because they were shot, but they sustained injuries in the middle of the shooting.